The power of being alone. What if being alone isn't your weakness? What if it's actually your greatest strength? We live in a world where everyone is constantly connected. Messages, notifications, social media, opinions, people telling you what to think, what to want, and how to live. And somewhere along the way, we've become afraid of silence. Afraid of being alone. Because when the noise disappears, we are forced to face ourselves. But the Stoics saw solitude differently. They understood something most people never learn. You don't become powerful when everyone stands beside you. You become powerful when you discover that you can stand on your own. Being alone doesn't mean being lonely. It means becoming comfortable with your own mind. It means you no longer need constant.
Stop being afraid of solitude. Most people are afraid of being alone. The moment they have nothing to do, they reach for their phone. The moment they feel uncomfortable, they search for someone to talk to. The moment they face a difficult decision, they ask everyone else what they should do. Why? Because silence reveals things. When you're alone, you can't hide behind other people's opinions. You have to listen to your own thoughts. And sometimes, that's uncomfortable. But discomfort isn't always your enemy. Sometimes discomfort is the doorway to growth. The Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote extensively about the value of withdrawing from the noise of society and spending time with yourself. Not because people are worthless, but because you need time away from external influence to understand what actually matters to you. Ask yourself, when was the last time you spent an entire hour alone without your phone, music, television, or social media? If you can't remember, you may not be afraid of loneliness. You may simply be afraid of yourself. And that's exactly what you need to change.
Chapter 2. You don't need everyone to understand you. One of the greatest sources of mental weakness is the need to be understood by everyone. You explain yourself. You defend yourself. You prove your intentions. You try to convince people that you're a good person. But here's the truth. Not everyone will understand you. And that's okay. Marcus Aurelius understood this deeply. He knew that other people's opinions were outside his control. You can be honest, and someone can still call you a liar. You can be kind, and someone can still call you weak. You can work hard, and someone can still say you're not good enough. If your peace depends on everyone approving of you, you'll never have peace. The Stoic solution is simple. Control your actions. Let go of their opinions. You don't need to win every argument. You don't need to correct every misunderstanding. You don't need everyone to like you. Sometimes, the most powerful response is silence. Because when you stop trying to prove yourself, you start improving yourself.
Chapter 3. Learn to enjoy your own company. Imagine being completely comfortable spending time with yourself. You go to a restaurant alone. You walk alone. You travel alone. You work alone. You sit quietly and think. And you don't feel like something is missing. That's freedom. Because when you genuinely enjoy your own company, you stop choosing people out of desperation. You choose them because you want them. There's a huge difference. Desperation says, I need someone. Strength says, I enjoy having people around me, but I don't need them to complete me. This changes your relationships. You stop tolerating disrespect just because you're afraid of being alone. You stop chasing people who don't value you. You stop begging for attention. You stop accepting the bare minimum. Because solitude teaches you an important lesson. Being alone is better than being surrounded by people who destroy your peace.
Chapter 4. Stop chasing validation. Modern society has created an addiction to validation. Likes, comments, followers, views, messages, approval. Every notification becomes a tiny measurement of our worth. But here's the dangerous part. When you depend on external validation, other people control your emotions. One compliment makes you feel powerful. One criticism destroys your confidence. One ignored message ruins your mood. One negative comment stays in your head all day. The Stoics would tell you, give your mind back to yourself. Your value cannot be determined by strangers. Your character cannot be measured by likes. Your progress cannot be measured by someone else's timeline. Work quietly. Improve privately. Let your results speak. You don't need to announce every move. You don't need to tell everyone what you're building. Sometimes the strongest version of you is the version nobody sees coming.
Chapter 5. Silence is a weapon. There is power in silence. Not the silence of fear, the silence of control. When someone insults you, you don't have to react. When someone provokes you, you don't have to respond. When someone wants to pull you into drama, you can simply walk away. Why? Because reaction gives people access to your emotions. If someone can make you angry whenever they want, they have power over you. Stoicism teaches emotional discipline. Pause before responding. Think before speaking. Ask yourself, will this matter tomorrow? If the answer is no, let it go. Not every battle deserves your energy. Not every argument deserves your voice. Not every person deserves access to your peace. Sometimes silence isn't weakness. Silence is self-control.
Chapter 6. Build yourself in private. One of the most powerful things you can do is disappear for a while. Not literally, but mentally. Step away from the noise. Stop announcing your plans. Stop comparing your progress. Stop explaining what you're doing. And start working. Read. Exercise. Learn. Build. Think. Improve. Wake up early. Develop discipline. Strengthen your mind. And let time do the talking. Because real transformation is usually invisible at first. A seed grows underground before anyone sees the tree. The same is true for you. You don't need everyone to witness your growth. You need to experience it. One day, people will notice. They'll ask, what happened to you? And the answer will be simple. You stopped wasting your energy proving yourself and started investing it.
Chapter 7. Don't be afraid to walk away. 1320 to 1540. There comes a point in life when you have to walk away. Walk away from disrespect. Walk away from constant negativity. Walk away from meaningless arguments. Walk away from people who only contact you when they need something. And sometimes, walk away from a version of yourself that no longer serves you. Walking away doesn't mean you hate someone. It means you finally respect yourself enough to choose peace. The Stoics understood that life is too short to spend every moment fighting battles that don't matter. You don't have to stay where you're constantly being diminished.
You don't have to keep knocking on a door that never opens. Sometimes, the strongest decision is to leave. And when you walk away, don't keep looking back.
Chapter 8. Become emotionally independent. Emotional independence doesn't mean becoming cold. It means learning to manage your emotions instead of allowing your emotions to manage you. You can love people without depending on them for your happiness. You can care without losing yourself. You can miss someone without chasing them. You can be rejected without believing you're worthless. You can fail without believing you're a failure. That's emotional strength. Remember, you cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. Someone may leave. A plan may fail. A relationship may end. A dream may collapse. Life may become unfair, but you still have a choice. You can become bitter, or you can become stronger. You can complain, or you can adapt. You can blame the world, or you can take responsibility for what you control. That choice is where your power lives. Chapter 9. Master your own mind. The ultimate Stoic goal isn't to control the world. It's to control yourself, your thoughts, your reactions, your habits, your attention, your choices. Because if you can control yourself, you become difficult to break. People can insult you. You remain calm. People can reject you. You continue moving forward. People can doubt you. You keep working. Life can become difficult. You adapt. This is what it means to become unstoppable. Not because nothing bad happens to you, but because bad things no longer determine who you become. One day, you may discover that solitude was never your punishment. It was your training ground. The quiet mornings, the unanswered messages, the empty rooms, the moments when nobody believed in you. Those moments were teaching you something. They were teaching you how to stand, how to think, how to choose, how to continue. You don't need a crowd to become powerful. You don't need constant validation. You don't need everyone to understand you. You need discipline. You need self-respect. You need patience. And most importantly, you need the courage to be alone without feeling incomplete. Because when you can walk alone, you stop following people who are going nowhere. When you can think alone, you stop believing everything you're told. When you can enjoy your own company, you stop accepting toxic relationships. And when you stop needing everyone's approval, you become free. So don't fear solitude. Use it. Build yourself in silence.
You walk alone because you're becoming someone who no longer needs to follow the crowd. Stay calm. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. And keep moving forward. Because the person who learns to stand alone is very difficult to stop. If this message spoke to you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And remember, alone is not empty. Alone is where strength is built.